That was indeed painful. Okay, so this week is a mixed bag. Let's get started. Seems good old Blizzard is apparently banning Linux users using Wine to play Diablo 3. The configuration is officially unsupported, but it seems Blizzard may be taking it a bit farther than that. Apparently, a recent patch has flagged many such users as allegedly using cheats and banned their accounts with no refund offered. Blizzard is unapologetic and claims that, and I quote, "We've extensively tested for false positive situations, including replicating system setups for those who have posted claiming they were banned unfairly. We've not found any situations that could produce a false positive. Have found that the circumstances for which they were banned were clear and accurate, and we are extremely confident in our findings. Playing the game on Linux, although not officially supported, will not get you banned. Cheating will." Okay. Well, the technical mind share over there at Blizzard, I'm still waiting to hear if they ever apologize for their server launch debacle. Check the article out on Kotaku. On the motherboard side of things, apparently Gigabyte is beating Asus and MSI to the punch by having the first certified dual Thunderbolt port boards for the PC. Say that 10 times fast. In case you don't know, Thunderbolt is effectively Intel's Lightpeat architecture. Sans the light part. Offering 10 gigabits per second I/O performance, which is 2 times that of USB 3.0 per channel/connection. It uses a combination of PCI Express and DisplayPort protocols on a single cable. That's how you can have a Thunderbolt display like Apple's 27-inch daisy chain to the same port as an external disk array. The question is, if this is running off the PCIe bus, which they claim it is, will that consume PCIe lanes, possibly affecting configurations using SLI or crossover? I'm starting to wonder if this is more of a server or workstation thing than it would be for a gamer or enthusiast setup. Anyway, with dual connections on the Gigabyte board, you can run up to 12 devices and 2 displays, which is basically 6 devices per channel and 1 display per channel. In this week's This Week in Computer Hardware on the Twit network, Ryan Shrout reported that he's been using a Thunderbolt drive array and having a generally positive experience. Apparently, Thunderbolt devices show up as internal instead of external, meaning you could theoretically have a huge storage array and not have to keep it in your case. That's a plus. This could finally put USB and eSATA out of their misery as soon as prices come down, that is. Cables seem to be the real bone of contention with Thunderbolt, with prices starting around $50. Far from being just a patch cable, however, Thunderbolt cables employ logic chips in the cables themselves to sort out the signals, making them active instead of passive connections. See the PC Per article on this. I've posted a link here. Okay, completely unrelated news. PC Per again is reporting speculation from a DigiTimes article, that's, by the way, since been removed, that Asus and Gigabyte may be improving the motherboard RMA and warranty experience, according to the DigiTimes piece. I mean, what gamer hasn't had a flaky board returned to them on their dime once or twice? From the article, and I quote, "If these changes to the RMA procedure are indeed accurate, then the worry of a faulty board being sent back to you if the damage was judged not to be a factory defect need no longer prevent you from sending a buggy or even non-functional board back to the manufacturer. There are likely to be some limits on these new policies. Keep your eye out for updates to arrive." Again, I have put a link to the PC Per article. You can check it out for yourself there. Okay, moving on. So the new AMD 7970 GHz edition is said to be a bit faster than a GTX 680. Of course, that's an overclocked card, but some will argue that all enthusiast level cards are overclocked, even if the box doesn't say so. I don't buy it. But, this is great for AMD fans waving the performance flag. But you can't run away from the fact that to beat a GTX 670 at load means using 60 more watts of power to do it. So what's 60 watts in comparison to the whole system? Well, have you ever touched a 60-watt incandescent light bulb when it was on? I guarantee you didn't touch it for long. Power equals heat, and extra heat causes more stress on all your system components. That's a known fact. Yes, 60 watts isn't 300 watts. Still, if you're running on the ragged edge with, say, a LAN party SFF rig, you may not appreciate that extra 5% performance boost as much when all your fans are spinning at 3,000 RPM. Also, let's not forget that not everyone runs their PCs in the most agreeable of environments. Every degree temperature drop has a real meaning if you have to keep the thermostat at 80 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. Of course, if you're the type that just simply must have the fastest anything, then my arguments fall on deaf ears. Performance is a relative thing, especially with computer hardware, so it's best to focus on more tangible factors, those being power, heat, and of course price. I know I sound like an NVIDIA fanboy, but the truth is, I'm not impressed with hollow victories. Match the power and performance of the 680, and I'll be satisfied. Also note that I currently run AMD cards in both of my gaming rigs. I got a 6970 in one and a 6950 in the other, so much for the biased argument. Hey, catch the latest on Twit for more info on Ryan Trout's experiences with the 7970 GHz edition. And again, that link is right there. Okay, kind of unrelated, well, actually completely unrelated. YouTube's been buzzing again about the possibility of a dinosaur mode in BF3. Just search for BF3 Dino mode in the YouTube search page. You'll see plenty of examples. It all started from a forum exchange with a DICE developer that was followed up by a Reddit post. Speculation says it's more along the lines of the zombie maps in Call of Duty, so think of it more as a novelty than a real game mode. Further speculation says it may show up in the Aftermath DLC. If it does come to pass, at least it won't be another zombie DLC pack. I'm getting tired of stumbling corpses. Although I don't know how much better running around Caspian Border shooting at Barney the Purple Dinosaur would be. The whole dinosaur thing was kind of played out in the 90s. Well, actually it could work. I always hated Barney. I love you, you love me. Ugh. Anyway, I've got a link to an article about it. Speaking of YouTube, recently I apparently ran afoul of a minor copyright claim in my last video on my channel due to some music clips I included in it. You could find it here. I've got a link to it. Enjoy it while it's still there. So far it is, except if you're in Germany. Sorry, they've blocked it there. Without going into some long diatribe about the evils of copyright law, I will say this. There is definitely a problem with the copyright holder's understanding of fair use. In my example, the newest clip I used was almost 20 years old, was poor quality, and not even a complete version of the song. Full credit was given to the artist and label, and was not used as promotion for my video in any way. Apparently that doesn't pass muster in every country, but it's okay here, so far. Of course, I still can't do anything with the video. It's up there. I can't even change if its comments can be put on it or make it private anymore. Who cares? It's still there. Enjoy it while it is. You know, I just wanted to see if I could make something cool, and I think I did. I liked it, at least. You know, the argument copyright holders, meaning the record companies and not the artists, often make concerns of all things milk and cows. They say if the milk was free, why would the farmer invest in producing it? I have two thoughts on that. The first is simple. I think the farmer should make money on the milk, but not after it's gone sour. In other words, have a reasonable limit to copyright, say 10 years, and let it fall to a Creative Commons license, where usage such as mine is allowed, so long as I give credit to the artist. No harm, no foul, and it could give new life to old material. The second thought goes even further and kind of might be a little more radical to some, but consider that perhaps the farmer shouldn't be producing milk at all, but rather growing renewable crops. In other words, the farmer's role of milk producer is obsolete and only kept relevant by an obsolete transactional system that ultimately prevents him from moving past it. He's inhibited by his reliance on the revenue that's only possible under the old system. His survival is tied to it and ultimately controls his actions. Okay, off the soapbox now. I only mention this because at some point you may run into the same thing, especially if you like to upload game videos to the internet. If it makes you angry, hey, turn it into action and support organizations like the Creative Commons organization at creativecommons.org. You know, that's about it for this week. I'm off my soapbox. Not a lot of news, but a lot of activity. And hey, you know, I really hope you enjoyed the FPS depth video. Again, take advantage of it, enjoy it. I'm not making any money on it. YouTube won't allow it. That's okay. Just enjoy it and have a great week.